What is lifelong learning? Well, lifelong learning refers to continuous learning throughout one's lifetime, beyond the traditional context of K-12 schooling, post-secondary education, vocational training, and professional qualification training. Researcher Mary Thorpe has observed that information and communication technologies, or ICTs, have been an integral element in the growth of diverse forms of open, online, and distance education, which over the last 40 years have brought new opportunities for lifelong learning in many countries. Lifelong learning may be self-directed or curriculum-based and can be experienced using different learning systems, such as mentorship, podcasts, MOOCs, mobile learning tools, iTunes U, online tutorials, distance learning, self-directed methods that may combine more than one approach, and so on. So why is lifelong learning important? Well, putting aside for a moment the positive impact on the spiritual self when one sustains a lifelong thirst for knowledge and understanding, the massive economic, social, cultural, and technological shifts that we've experienced in recent years has not only brought about profound changes in the types of knowledge and skills that people need in order to function and succeed in our economic, academic, civic, and social spheres, but also requires that in order to remain a vibrant and relevant participant within our world, we must constantly refresh our understanding of it. Andragogy, or adult education, is often considered as the cornerstone of lifelong learning. However, hudagogy, or self-determined learning, is also a key component that drives the course of one's lifelong learning experience. So what are the characteristics that promote lifelong learning? Well, intelligence is like a muscle. It gets stronger with use. Therefore, lifelong learning requires a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. Lifelong learning requires an attitude that invites feedback and a willingness to adjust course if needed. That is, keeping a limber mind. Qualities that enhance lifelong learning are curiosity, desire to know, empathy and passion, humility, and optimism. So how do we support our students to be successful lifelong learners? Well, we need to help our students develop effective communication skills, responsibility for their own learning, a desire to contribute to society, a thirst for information, and problem-solving skills that support the processing of information. While it can be a challenge to stay in a learner mindset after graduating from school, developing an understanding of how you learn rather than what you learn early on may be the most critical asset to a life of learning. Finally, we also need to help our students develop an awareness of their learning styles. Do they learn by thinking? Do they ask what? By doing? Do they ask how? By feeling? Do they ask why or who? By innovating? Do they ask what if? What more? Or is it a combination of approaches? As Gandhi once said, live as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever.